Hey y'all, it's Mandy with Decarcerate Louisiana. I'm out here on the corner of, let me see if you can see it, Sinnett and Thomas H. Delpit in South Baton Rouge, and I'm making a video of our mural that was commissioned recently. Decarcerate Louisiana is the organization, and we commissioned a mural to be painted on this corner in South Baton Rouge by an artist named Wayne Dang. He also did the mural of the murder of George Floyd. It's further down the road on Thomas Delpit. Before I go into that, I just wanted to point out why I'm wearing the prison jumpsuit. Our organization started something called Operation Jumpsuit to bring awareness to what's going on in this country and in the state of Louisiana. We're wearing these prison orange jumpsuits in order to stand in solidarity with the 2.4 million people that are imprisoned in the United States. So each one of us wearing these jumpsuits represents one of these people. Our moms, our dads, our brothers and sisters, children imprisoned in the United States of America, where we're supposed to be the land of the free. These jumpsuits aren't to be a mockery or to be a costume or to be insensitive to people that are imprisoned or have been imprisoned. This is for us to say that we're with you and we're out here on the outside of the prison walls fighting for you while you're in there. You haven't been forgotten, and we're going to abolish this form of slavery because slavery still exists in the United States. So let's see if I can bring up the picture. Okay, so this is the mural that was painted. Excuse me. This is the mural that was painted by Wayne Dang. He's, like I said, a local artist. He paints murals in this area, South Baton Rouge. So if you can see, we have right here, slavery then. So this was depicting chattel slavery when actual human beings were brought over from Africa and sold as slaves in this country. Which was abolished in 1865. But when that happened, we then had the 13th Amendment of the Constitution saying that slavery can still be legal as long as you're convicted of a crime. So that's when we had black codes and convict leasing in order to still, have slaves, because we had to keep our economic, our economy going. So we were able to keep slavery going by having black codes and convict leasing. They weren't able to pay for the things they were being criminalized for. So they had to be sold once again as slaves to work off that, those crimes they were being punished for. So this mural depicts slavery then and what we see as slavery now. These are inmates. Excuse me. These represent inmates. So this depicts slavery now in our supposedly free country. And you'll see at the top we have Wayne painted "Free My People." So slavery then, slavery now. People don't think that we still have slavery in this country. All throughout history, it's, things have been legal, and then later, once people start standing up and giving a name to what's happening and saying, no, this is not right, these are human beings, then these are outlawed. Chattel slavery, peonage. I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, convict lease, black codes, convict leasing, and now our mass incarceration. So let's talk about the people that are incarcerated, the statistics, because we're not going to say it feels like there's slavery now. Let's talk about the statistics. We have 2.4 million people in prison in the United States. Of that the United States population, we have 13% of the United States population that are black. Okay, but the people in prison, the black people that are in prison, the percentage is 33%. And in the wonderful state of Louisiana, our black population makes up 32%. And guess what? 66% of the people imprisoned in prisons are black. So let's throw in there what the 13th Amendment and the Louisiana Constitution states. The 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution: neither slavery nor involuntary servitude. So this was after slavery was abolished. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for crime, wherever the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States. Okay, so that's the 13th Amendment of the United States of America. And then we have, in the Louisiana Constitution, in all the states' constitutions except the ones that have removed it from their constitution. I know Colorado, I don't know if there's other ones. People can put in the comments if you know. Okay, and also in Louisiana Constitution, Article 1, Section 3, look it up. Same language: slavery and involuntary servitude are prohibited except as punishment for crime. So when you say that, and then you talk about the number and the percentages of the black population that are in prison, let's truly think about that. If you believe in God, if you're a Christian, truly think about that and truly pray upon that. You know, and let your spirit, let your conscience work with that. Because I think if you truly call yourself a God-fearing person and a Christian, if you truly look at the history of the United States and at what is going on now, don't ignore it. Look at it, and you will truly see that we still have slavery in this United States and in Louisiana. So slavery still exists. So this is the new Jim Crow right here. This depicts the new Jim Crow, the new slavery, mass incarceration. So, also, if you look at what's going on in our societies and our communities in the news, you'll see that people are marginalized and criminalized. I heard someone say recently, it's better to be guilty and white in America than not guilty and black in America. So think about that one too. But people are marginalized and criminalized. People that are black, people of other races, of course black more than anything. I lost my paper. So they're marginalized and criminalized. People in the ghetto are marginalized and criminalized. People that are impoverished are marginalized and criminalized. You know, they lack job opportunities. Just the simplest things as transportation. I mean, I take that for granted. What if you don't have transportation? Yeah, buses go to some places, not others. So if you're poor in America, if you're black in America, and someone you're arrested, you don't have the money to get on bail. You just sit in jail. Then if then they want you to take a plea bargain, and you're too scared to not take a plea bargain because what if they convict you? Even if you are guilty. But, we need to truly sit down and think about this. Stop ignoring it. Stop saying, oh, I'm not going to believe that because, if I admit to that, then I might admit to some of the Democratic, what the Democrats believe. It's not a political issue. This is a human rights issue. These are people. I'm so sick of the political parties, and I know everyone is at this point. It's not about the political parties. They're both criminals, let's face it. Let's talk about human beings and what's happening. Okay, so another point I wanted to make, we're trying to get these murals painted because what we're trying to do with these is raise awareness to go to what is going on. With the orange jumpsuits, the murals, we want to get more murals painted around New Orleans, around Shreveport, to raise awareness of racial and social justice, as well as to show a vision that racial and social justice is possible when we invest and implement measures to bring equality and liberty to all people. So we're trying to get more of these painted to bring awareness. We're having a rally this Wednesday, October 28th, 11 o'clock a.m. at the old state capitol in Baton Rouge. Starts at 11 a.m. We're starting at the old state capitol. We'll have speakers, some of these formerly incarcerated. Then we will march to the state capitol. It's about 0.7 miles. We'll actually have food and refreshments at the state capitol. So it's going to start at 11, end about 1. We need a big representation. We need to show people that we're not just going to sit around and watch this happen to our brothers and sisters anymore. Let's stand up for those in prison. Get some orange jumpsuits. I mean, this is the way to make a statement. I'm not saying that wearing an orange jumpsuit is going to change anything, but wearing an orange jumpsuit brings awareness, and it's kind of intimidating to come into public and wear them. But like I said, we're standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters that are in prison. And, you know, anybody that is a human being is our brothers and sisters. So we need to stand up for others. Like I said, it's a human rights issue. It's not a political, Democrat, Republican, conservative, leftist, radical leftist. You know, it's nothing like that. It's a human rights issue. Let's just get down to that. So again, Wednesday, October 11th, that's just the first of many things that Decarcerate Louisiana is going to be putting on. Teach-ins. We'd like to have teach-ins and town halls right here at in this area. Excuse me, I just tripped over a limb. Let me see. Right here in this area would be great. You know, just more things to bring awareness to what's going on, and then work on even broader issues. I mean, work on lobbying Congress, doing other things to get a bill passed to remove this slavery clause from our Constitution. So please come out. The other thing I wanted to point out, when we first started painting this mural, got Wayne to paint this mural, we were supposed to have a news report done on it, but apparently it's too revolutionary, because looking at this, bringing awareness to this is bringing awareness to the fact that slavery still exists in the United States, and people don't want to admit that. And people don't want people in charge don't want people to see that and be educated on this. They like people to not be educated. That's why they don't educate about this in schools. So they want us to not face the fact that there's still slavery in the United States. They just want to criminalize people. Oh, these are criminals. Well, let's invest money in these communities. Let's try something different than just putting people in cages in prisons. Invest money from the start. Look, come into this community, the corner of Thomas, Delpit, and Sinet. Let's invest money in this community and other communities in Baton Rouge where there's all they want to talk about is the black on black crime. We'll put some money into these communities. Let's put money into them at the start, not into prisons and jails and police and surveillance. Let's put money into these communities and see what happens. All right. Thanks, y'all. Remember, Wednesday, October 28th, 11 o'clock a.m., Old State Capitol. Visit us on decarceratelouisiana.com. Thank you.